What if I told you that there's a hotel that exists in which you can time travel within the rooms of it? As you guys can see, I'm very excited about Halloween, so we're gonna go ahead and start with a Scream look. So the Emily Morgan Hotel is not the place you want to go to if you're ever trying to get a restful night of sleep. Many of the guests will end up requesting room changes or will just flat out leave in the middle of the night. So let's go ahead and get into it. The hotel was built in 1924. And it was originally supposed to be the state-of-the-art medical facility where all the best doctors, all the best surgeons could come and practice their specialties. But the top 2 floors actually ended up being surgical facilities themselves. And the very top floor was not only used for surgical reasons, it was also used as a crematorium. The basement itself was a morgue, but the ashes of the patients without family were stockpiled in the basement. And it seems as though they assumed that these ashes would be used for future studies. Well, the building was sold to become office spaces in the 70s. And the paperwork on where to move these remains to had everyone up in arms, so they decided to just spread the remains along the basement. So they didn't move them at all. In the 80s, when this became the Emily Morgan Hotel, it seemed as though the residual energy of this being a surgical facility stayed. The upper 2 floors still smell like an operating room, and when guests actually go to open their hotel door room, they are met with a surgical scene, which usually changes after people close their door and open it back up again. And people frequently see nurses from the 1920s pushing gurneys down the hallways. But nothing seems quite as worse as the ghost of a bride that keeps everyone up at night. Go to the next part.